So here's something I've expressed several times on the channel and most of you guys might know. I like speedrunning. You know what else I like? Five Nights at Freddy's Ruin. Speedrunning. FNAF Ruin. Let's combine them together and see what happens. I knew this was going to be something I was going to do once FNAF Ruin dropped, man, and I am so inspired to get going with this. This is going to be a speedrun video of Five Nights at Freddy's Ruin. I remember when Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach first came out and the buzz around the different speedrun techniques that were found. A 10-hour game was turned into a 3-minute experience, and that's if you're playing slow for the speedrun. Now, Ruin does happen to differ quite a bit from what Security Breach did, in the sense of Security Breach was an entirely free-roam map where you could access the ending from the get-go. Ruin differs by creating this chapter-segmented experience, so I highly doubt there's going to be a way to beat this thing in like 1 minute or so. It is early days for Ruin, but my gosh, the discoveries are coming in quick and fast. Now, a quick side note about speedrun videos. They can be very hectic with big time jumps, so the assumption is that if you are actually a viewer of this, you've seen the base game by this point, and you know if we're doing a skip where it's probably happening. If you haven't seen the game, by the way, you can check out my full playthrough on the channel. So my first playthrough of Ruin ended up clocking in at just under 4 hours, so quite some time. However, it gave me a basic flow and an idea of how the whole game is going to flow. You run to a location, you connect some nodes, you run to the next location, speak to Mimic, fix a node, so on and so forth. I really enjoyed the game. It's far more linear, as said before, than Security Breach, but I think in this case, it really did work very well, and it was perfectly executed. Kudos Steelwall, you made some amazing DLC. There are so many fascinating skip ideas already being put into place, such as a wedge jump. There's also like, I think it's called like upshifting or downshifting or something like that. It's crazy. You guys are going to see multiple instances of where we use different versions of different states of the game to actually get through it quicker. And that Vanny Mass does more than let's just see in a different virtual reality world. It actually lets us do a couple of skips that we wouldn't be able to do otherwise. If you guys do enjoy this video as well, I think you know exactly what to do, man. These are the videos where I'm putting in extra effort to try and get together. I want these things to feel special every time. Okay, I think I've solved this video. Let's get going with this thing anyway. So before even booting up the game, to start running through it again, trying to find these secrets, I had to stop myself because I already know people are much faster at finding these secrets. So my first step was pretty much do some research. Look at the different skips and the speed techniques that currently exist so I can get to work on implementing those ones as soon as possible. It's been a day of learning and I'm feeling probably more confident than I should. Let me just go ahead and get humbled. Alright, and so begins day number 1 of actually trying to implement some of the various things that I've seen. The game is crazy when it comes to skips, and immediately from the get-go, you can actually do a technique for this ladder here. You can press E, you can scale down this thing nice and slowly, but check this thing out, guys. You notice in the speed difference, we're going like double speed. If you double keybind 2 separate things and press them at the same time, you just go quicker. So one of the first things that we want to implement into just moving around rather than holding sprints is basically jumping, pressing sprint, and then letting go at the same time. You kind of get this bunny hop type thing. Okay, let me try that again. You have to hold sprint before you actually land on the floor, and you can basically cover a little bit more ground than usual because the sprint meter would run out way quicker. You can already see. That's like an overall movement optimization thing that you can do, and the rest is just basically skips around the place. But chapter 1 is kind of linear. So excuse me whilst I bunny hop around this place and just get to the first part where we can start experimenting a little bit more. Here's another example with the climb speed. So single press, double press, single press. It really makes that big of a difference, and it's such a simple thing. Don't push me down. Don't do it. Okay, there we go. So the wedge jump that I was speaking about before, this is the pretty much first instance where we can use it. You basically cram up into a corner and you press W and space as fast as you can, and eventually, let's see if we can get it. There you go. You see that? We're now on top of here. We shouldn't be up here, but we are. Oh. Well, that's definitely not a speed strat. Hop onto the rail. Now, this thing in the middle has a bit more of a bigger collider. You'll see, like, we're on top of this thing a bit higher. Now, I think you can jump to this box here. Let's try. All right, well, I think we went too far, I guess. There you go. We've landed on something. Now, I think you jump for, like, the corner of the vent, like here. Hey, we're kind of doing it. Now we go over here, I think. Okay. The only thing punishing about missing a skip, as you can see, if you fall out of the map and you actually do game over, the load times are punishing as heck. There you go. Okay, so we've made it up top here. Now, we can see that's where Chica's room would be. This, however, this is after the Chica instance. So I think if we jump down somewhere, we can skip the Chica sequence entirely. Jump down here. Do we fall? Okay, so we're on top of something. So maybe we run across here and we fall down. Is there a way to get down like over here somewhere?
Yes!
So you can fall through here and then run through. That would cut out the entirety of the intro part with Chica. Then we have to get the Faz Wrench no matter what. This is a very important tool, and if we don't have it, we can't beat the rest of the game. Some of this stuff is just unavoidable, man, until maybe someone finds a way to do it, but in the meantime, this is what we work with. There's a super easy skip that you can do on the stairs here too. If you pretty much line up here, jump over the top, congrats, you beat the whole of the stairs. You don't have to do it. I bet that poor dude, like the Blob, or as he's called now, the Tangle, didn't even have a chance to respond. Lots of this. Like, as much bunny hopping as you can muster. Honestly, that's all it is. And this. The next main skip I wanted to try and figure out was how to do a big skip in the Monty Gator Golf scene to pretty much get all the way to the node from the get-go. This would seriously cut out minutes of time instantly if we can just figure out how we do this. So here's the first example of the trippy things that can go on by this game having this version of the world and the masked different version of the world. This right here, this box doesn't exist, but it does in the other one. We can take this off while standing within the box. Look what happens. This. However, if we actually stand at a specific spot, take the mask off, and spam the jump button, you'll see that we're in... Wait, what the frick? Where the frick do we go? I'm in the wall. I didn't even intend for this, and here we are. Okay, now I'm up top here. I can walk along just a little bit. Is this a collider though, this wall? I think it might be. So if we walk along this... Okay, so we can walk along the top of here. Now, there's a way to get to Gator Golf. I think this is a solid, so we can walk along the top. This, yeah, we can hop down. Okay, this is another major skip to pretty much bypass the entirety of Gator Golf. I think it involves getting up the elevator right there. So now the next step we got to figure out is how do we get from here over? Maybe we can do another wedge jump here. Oh, we can just walk around. That was definitely not complicated at all, actually. So we're looking for a plank and a boat right in this corner. I think we can do some kind of jump here as well, I think. I don't really know. Oh, hold on. There was something there, a little something. Okay, we're on top. That's good. Now we need to basically line ourselves up with the barrel. Let's see. I don't know where the collider for this ends. You see, it's very short. We're still... Wait, we're on the other side, though. Yo, look at that. So I think immediately... We're back in bounds, just like that. Oh, man. Wow. Okay, we made it up top. Now, I have no idea what I'm doing from here on out. Run up here. I think... Oh, wow. We're just here. That's insane. We are just here, and we can get going with the node deactivation straight away. So what we got to do is deactivate the nodes. Then we pretty much do this thing. Break the node, I guess. Activate another node, and then we make our way back. Whoa. Hang on. We do have to run here, I think. And by doing that, I think that makes this room spawn in. The room hasn't spawned in. I was nearly right here. What you actually have to do is once in this zone, run over to the vent system and you'll see a speech bubble from Helpy pop up. Then you gotta return to the main menu before even trying to complete the node puzzle and then reload the game. When you reload it, the room will exist and you'll be good to go. Wait, what? Hang on, this load did not work. This load literally put me here. What is going on? So I tried to get him back to that point again, and I got stuck trying to do the first skip over and over and over again until I realized this. It's not even got a collider. So the mistake, I believe, was you have to go back here. There we go. Now, once that is done, we should be good. And we haven't done the node puzzle itself. So back out to the menu, let's see. It makes so much sense, too, because, like, we loaded the room last time. Now the room hasn't loaded, so... Bro, this is why I love speedrunning so much. I felt like I was, like, stupid before. Now, it makes so much more sense, and I get why this works. So the next problem should be that we can't get back. We didn't do the puzzle that lifts the forklift up. So what do? I think in the alternate world, we can actually do the same wedge jump thing here. We wait until we clip up top. Here we go. But this time I didn't mess this thing up, so we follow along the top here. I'm gonna walk it slowly because I feel like this is built bad, and I will fall off because of it being built bad. So there is a voice line around here somewhere that will trigger if we don't avoid it. And obviously that's gonna be a time loss, so we wanna try and I think hit the sign like here somewhere. I don't know if I've done this right, bro. It seems, I think I messed this one up, but look, we still will save time. This is the line we needed to avoid. So had we done this right, this is what we would not be hearing. Because look, door is open, Gregory. We've done this. It is a time loss, but overall, even if that was to happen in the main run, it would still be like, you know, we would save time overall. We would avoid like 5 to 6 minutes of running around to get to that point. So it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. For the most part, the gameplay up until Daycare is basically as you'd expect. Lots of hopping and just making your way through the level. The next major skip comes at the portion where you put the mask on and would initially go through to the Daycare. We're not doing that. So there's two major skips in this room here. On the other side of this is Daycare. If we do this, look at that. Oh, I mean, we can't see it yet, but basically Daycare is right there. Wedge jump or something. It's like, I think it's here. I don't really know. Oh, all right, okay. I don't know what to do now. I have no idea. Okay, I'm up top. So we first of all want to walk along this. This skip is pretty scary to say the least, but it makes you skip the entirety of Daycare, which is an insanely important skip to use. Jump that dude, and I think we're home free. Yeah, here we go. So we did the skip. We did the entirety of Daycare just like that. Next, we have to hop down here a little bit until we see the endos spawn in just like that. Now, when we return, we should be able to get an autosave.
Hello.
Bada bing, bada boom. This next skip involves basically clipping into the masked world that you would see without actually wearing the mask. It's very weird, but you're gonna see what happens. Before we go straight ahead, make sure to run right into this container just a little bit to spawn in the existing world once you would usually complete this endo puzzle and use the node. There, that's what we want to see, that lag. So now we have some fun in both worlds. You see, we can walk through this. So we want to take off the mask, walk, but we shouldn't be able to take it off. I'm stuck. I think we want to make it to this before the mask comes off. So like this, and then try and make it, there you go. So we're on top of this guy here, so we don't get blocked off by any of that. Back here, stand in this corner. Mask goes back on whilst we're walking outwards. There you go, look at that, it just pops into existence. Then we got to go back here. You see, we can not take the mask off here. We can here. This is where the fun begins. Look at this, guys. There's the alternate world just below us down here. It's so weird. Big running jump. Oh, there's a death barrier. We didn't jump. So is not pressing the jump button the solution? If so, that's very easy. Once you've made it to the cinema, we don't have to do anything because, again, there is more fun stuff we can do. So we can see the ramp in front of us, while there's a portion more of an invisible wall that we can walk along. We jump on the cinema screen and then proceed to get behind it. And then we are looking for the icon in the bottom corner to change and let us know we can take the mask off. It just works, man. It just works. So those are the two major speedrun skips in the first two chapters. The rest of them, they're basically using the exact same technique, so I don't really feel the need to keep going over them. So for the most part, I'm just gonna float through the rest of the game and just see how everything goes for me from here. Honestly, I feel basically like I'm ready to start attempting runs. The only thing that I'm a bit curious about is the very ending. I know one of the skips to the end, but it's not very consistent, so actually, let's go ahead and practice that. Okay, so in this room here with Mr. Candy Cadet. Hey, how's it going, bro? How you doing?
I am a Candy Cadet.
Yeah, I didn't know that. This corner here is the most overpowered skip, and it's so easy, like, to get out of bounds. Great, we did it already. Now, the way I was doing it before was I would walk this way, and then you can kind of like, I'll show you. Look, you fall down here. Then, okay, I can't see anything, man. It's so dark. Over here, and then, oh, bro, I can't see anything. What is going on? I literally can't see. I think there's a wall we need to get, but it's like, I can't see it, bro. Hold on, let me jump down one. I can't see the wall. I literally can't see the wall. Hold on, let me just jump for it. There's the wall. Why is it so dark? So this new one, I think you kind of walk towards here, then you kind of walk in the rubble, not quite facing the door-ish. I think we going the right way. Maybe more in and turn a bit. Yeah, fell down. This is where we want to be. I think vaguely this is right. And then we see this, like a pole here. Stand on that. On this ledge here. Okay, I've done the wrong thing. Glitch up here. Walk along here. Turn a little bit in line with this, maybe this case here. Fall. There's a good landmark. Okay, we got that. Onto the pipe thing. Onto the wall next. We need to get on that wall. There we go. Walk along the wall. And we see down here, that's pretty much freedom, guys. There you go. We land on top of here. Look, we are here at the very end. Jump down here. And where's the enemy? Like, there's no enemy at all. That is so easy, bro. That is remarkably easy. Wow. And then we just hop to the end. Gregory, there's no one here. It's like the voice lines. Do show me, Gregory, where it is. Yay, we beat the game! Yay! As you can see, I was kind of enjoying the process of actually getting these skips back to back, but now came the ultimate task, which was enough messing around just trying to get the skips down. Let's try and put every single one of them back to back in an entire run of Ruin. Do you guys see the timer in the top right corner? It is time we finally put all of the practice to use and see what happens. Goodbye profile to the practice profile. So I don't think we start the timer yet. We gotta wait until we can actually play the game, I think.
Gregory? You there? I got your message.
I'm gonna try and speedrun, Gregory. I'm gonna see what happens. So start now. I'm gonna start now. Okay, even though it's a couple of seconds before we've actually got control, still can't move, and away we go. Let's just See what happens, man. Look, all we can do, put this thing to use and just cross our fingers. I'm going for under 55 minutes. Let's say 55, man. 4 hours to beat normally, 75% down. Lots of this. Initially, when I was like watching though, the whole bunny hopping thing, I was like, man, this is gonna be super annoying to do. It's weird how much of a flow you can get into when you do it, though it's nowhere near as difficult as I thought it would be.
Wow.
Bro, look at the conservation of that. Look at that Mia going down. What do I mean going down? It's not doing anything. Skip number 1. Come on, let's get it first try, hopefully. No. Nice. I've got to restart the run. And I'm actually glad that I did restart the run because after this point, everything went so much more smoothly. I managed to hop into the vent, get round it, and make my way down the stairs no problem. There's actually a brand new skip for the Gator Golf section as well, where you can just go into a wall, basically wedge jump your way up. It's so much more consistent. That boat skip as well, I guess I've kind of mastered it. The only thing that I still struggle with is being able to avoid the dialogue on the way out. So we got a time loss here. Don't know how to do that skip yet. No, it's fine. It's fine. I gotta figure that part out though to get better times. Next skip, the scary one that terrifies me, but it actually went non-scary. I somehow managed to first try everything. I was super happy with this one actually, and you know, I was starting to actually get a bit of confidence overall for the rest of the run. I felt like I could do this. We're doing pretty good for skips so far, man. Like, I've been as consistent as I needed to be on my first go. Like, I've not been optimal in some areas, but overall, like, I can't complain. I feel like I have a decent grasp on, like, what I'm doing. And I'm just kind of stringing it all together quite nicely now. Like, here we go again. Let's see if we can, you know what? Join me for this one. Can we get this whole thing in one take for the most part, all right? Go back here. Bap, mask comes off. We need to go in the underworld, though. Push up to the edge here, I think, and then just, like, run forward. Big mistake number 1. Let past Ryan explain. Hey guys, don't make the same mistake as someone who got cautiously optimistic about their run. Make sure you do all your checks, okay? Else that happens. And I can even see the whole world spawned in down there now. That one step cost me, I don't know, 30 seconds of time maybe? 40 seconds of time?
Yes!
All right, finally got it. The skip that I don't understand how it works, but just does. And that's all I need to understand because it's worked again. This is like the slowest part, it feels like, of the speed run because you have to do this for the most part manually. We still have skips and stuff like that, but still you got to, you know, walk around the long way. There's a small skip to get to the 3rd and 4th nodes, which usually you have to shoot a lot of the floating gator heads to. Basically, you jump on this kind of railing here, you back up around where there is a barrier, and you can just go ahead, jump over. So weird how this works in the reverse way, but it just works. Wait, what's even colored here? Is it the sign? I thought it was the briefcase the whole time. Then we can make it up this as well. There you go. Nice little quick way around. Get to the Monty plush or... Oh, Monty plush, guys. Monty plush. So that's done this side. Now we have to go all the way back around to the reverse and just do things as we would for the most part. There's not too much special about this. Just gonna always try and optimize my sprint. And I'm gonna be a bit careful here because it is super finicky. All right, this level can be awful with the slips, like the muddy parts or the oil slicks and stuff like that. And also some of the like floor parts, they just don't have 2 bits to them. So it's very confusing sometimes. Hey, Monty, go ahead, catch this. I'm waiting. I'm not doing sprint jumps. You can skip that. No way. Ah, I just spoke about it, man. Look, hole in floor. Don't jump into it. Number 3 with the nodes. So funny. It's like the skips. I'm like, oh yeah, I can do them. Core gameplay. Literally struggling. I can barely do this. Yeah, those hole in the floors got me again. This is at least 2 to 3 minutes overall time loss in this section alone. Man, I gotta brush up on the core gameplay. It's like the skips and stuff, they're good, but the core gameplay is really lackluster. It's showing an incredible amount how I gotta just practice like these parts of the game. This is where the struggle actually is for me at the moment. Can we be done with this, please, man? Oh my gosh, I'm ready to retire from this already. All right, this is another skip I've done a few times, but I don't think I've practiced enough. In fact, no, I think that's definitely the case. So I'm expecting a couple of fails, maybe. We don't actually have to do any of the Faz wrench puzzle type things. What we do is we go over here, jump up on this, and I think we have to kind of jump at this somewhere, and we can kind of get our footing on it. There you go. Then we jump up top here, and then again on top of this vent. Now, I think we can walk along here a little bit, and then we sort of run down. I don't know if we run or jump. Okay, well, we didn't die, so that's great. We got to hop over here, and that is pretty much it. It's not a hard skip at all. That's basically most of it, and then we can't do the wall jump in this universe, so we have to switch out to the Vanny Mask one where we can clip it, guys. That's all it is. Hop over here. And that's basically it, man. We are good to go. See the void there? It looks good, man, right? It looks real good. Just hop out to the void. Die, and then we'll load further ahead by dying. That skips basically all of Chica's section, so we have no legwork to do there. It's all been done via teleportation, man. It's that simple with the speed strats. That's why we love them. This next segment is basically Bunny Simulator. You wear the Vanny mask and do exactly what you would expect to do. You hop around, you cosplay that bunny. However, after this point, this is where the skips really ramp up, and it makes this speed run so much fun. So there's another major skip coming up very, very shortly, and we're gonna pretty much miss out on the entirety of the Roxy sequence of the game, which is, it's wild to even think that you can do this, man. And I think it's actually right here. It is. Okay, so I'm gonna do this safely. I don't know if we still have to do this, but this is how I'm gonna do it just to make sure it works. So in here, I think that's good. And then if we go back up the stairs, this is what we do. Run back up the stairs, look in this corner, let's look in this corner here, put the mask on, take the mask off. Don't ask any questions. I don't understand how it works, but we just saved about 20 minutes of gameplay, I think. Next skip is it's another one where we can do like a wedge jump, and then we can skip out most of the Montgomery situation under the water, which usually is quite a tense part of the game. We want to basically go down here. We just go down just a tiny bit and then back up. I think that loads what's underneath us. Next up, it's wedge or pinch jump. I've heard both different terms used. There we go. I want to hop onto this ledge here, and then we just do a long jump, just like this. Or okay, a long fall, I guess. Cassie's legs made of steel, probably also an animatronic. Then it's just easy sailing. We get these done, and we are good to go for the most part. There we go. That's the first one. I think Montgomery just doesn't exist. Like, he's just non-existent right now. So we've got as much time as we need to get this one solved. No stress. No stress at all. Bro was playing fair, and we still electrocuted him. Kinda cruel, Cassie. Kinda messed up, I ain't gonna lie. Oh, would you look at that? More Bunny Simulator. This leads on, however, to, for me personally, the scariest skip in this run, where you can really lose everything if you don't get your balance correctly. My least favorite skip in the game.
Do you need assistance?
Yeah, I actually think I do on this skip here, bro. This one sucks. So, wedge jump. Now, this part. Gotta jump. I hate it, man. I hate it, because if you fall down, you get locked out. Oh, come on, bro. You gotta commit. I gotta commit more. There you go. Hop up here. Okay, whew. This is not the hard bit, by the way. Don't wipe the sweat from your brow yet. It gets more and more tricky. We head back here, and we see this. This is just basic parkour. Up here, onto this ledge, then onto this ledge. This is where it actually gets a bit intense, and I'm a little bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Hop over here. Now, the invisible barrier, actually, it goes along the back here. I wanna hop onto this. I am going slow, bro. I don't wanna mess this one up. We get here. Now, we hop up here. Here we go, here we go. Going good so far. I think we're pretty much home free. Jump this. All right, now we get behind here, and we've skipped the entirety of the Roxy sequence where we got to guide her back there. I can't believe I did that. It's crazy. No, don't do this to me. No! Now, there's another skip we can actually do here. Start tapping R. Put that mask on as fast as you can. Trust me. Put the mask on. Here you go. And take the mask off again.
Gregory!
Ow, look at this, bro. I thought I was moving slow. No, look, we're good. We're good. We can run. Hey, usually you drag to a very slow speed here, but this is it, bro. This is it. Yes! I'm getting this, man. It feels good. Mask comes back off for a moment. I think we are very close to being pretty much free, like in terms of the rest of the game. It's only one more major skip, and the rest of it is just kind of getting those lines down as best as we can and just trying to get from A to B. I think I can nearly breathe a sigh of relief. Next wedge jump we have is right. Can you get out of my way? This thing is like the GOAT when it comes to wedge jump. Now, I press W and D while spamming the jump, and it seems to work pretty quick sometimes. There we go. W and D, man. W and D. I'm telling you, that thing is just, it's goated. Run over to this. I want to get my, there you go, my bearings. We're around the outside of everything. Now, this skip blew my mind when I first saw it, man, because we have to go all the way through this, deal with the music man. It is a mess, and it's frustrating. Now, look at this, bro. We put this mask on. There's the tunnel thing that we would be coming down. Hop onto the top of it. Hop back up of it just a few times and crouch. We have beat the music man, and I never have to see them again. I love this skip. This is the final skip now where things can definitely get pear-shaped for me. I do not like this skip at all, bro. I do not like it. I don't know why. I very much struggled to get the grasp of it and how it works, so there's a chance I could actually fail this skip entirely here, which would suck, but wouldn't also surprise me that much. Bro, sprint management. We want to go here. I think it cashes in most of the level. This jump, this wedge jump here is so difficult for me. I don't know why. I struggle so much with it, but it's the same principle. I don't exactly know what the trick is for this skip, but it is a wedge jump to an extent again. You've got to try and get yourself up on the this railing, we can walk all the way around, and it skips almost all of Phaser Blast. This skip for me is the most inconsistent one and can sometimes take minutes, and I still don't get anything rolling with it. Finally, we got it. Okay, now, I fail this maybe 50% of the time, I would say. I'm not consistent at this at all. So press up against the wall and back up slowly. Fall down. Okay, this is good so far. Come on, let's make this the attempt where we do succeed. Fall down the back here, because you can see we've got like a little bit of a walkway. Okay, let's go forward. There you go. We've landed. I don't want to rush this, bro. I don't want to rush this. I'll, you know, keep some speed up when it's straight, but I am taking it very easy here because there's so many ways where this can just screw up. This basically means we don't have to have the Freddy chase, and we're straight at the node, as you can see. Now, there's actually a skip for the node here. If we jump, I think about here, we don't have to... Look, where's Freddy at, guys? Freddy just said, no, I ain't playing today. And that takes care of Phaser Blast entirely, just like that. I think that's it, though, for major skips. The rest of this is just, we gotta sprint now after... Okay, Freddy, make me a pepperoni and cheese pizza. I feel like I need one after this, man. Rest in peace, Roxy. All right, this is it, man. This is it. One final skip, and we see what time we get for the most part with this run. I'm trying to think, do I go for like the false ending, or do I try and like go for the elevator ending? You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I feeling? Nice empty thoughts. No reason to stress. It's just like practice, right? Just like practice. It actually is. It's like, it's the exact same, you know? We don't need to worry about this. Everything's gonna be just cool. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get the skip first try. As you can tell, I was in the zone during this final part. I knew I was at the ending. All I had to do now was not mess up my positioning and make sure these precise jumps were done correctly. Boom. Holy crap, bro. There's a real chance here. There's a real chance. Oh my gosh, this is it. I can't believe it. Wow, we're not done yet. Like, everything could still go wrong.
Go right.
I hear you, Gregory. I hear you, man. He's rooting for me too. He's nervous. Yeah, I'm nervous too, bro. You're making me get scared now. All right, bro. Yeah, we'll go for the elevator ending. Let's go. It's gonna be... I don't know how close we're gonna get with this one, man. I have no idea. Whilst I wasn't being chased by the mimic's gonna spawn in, guys. He always does. You can hear him. You can hear him. So we better get to it, right? Imagine he gets us. No, that would actually be... That would be horrible. That would be horrible. That'd be absolutely horrible. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Time. 47 minutes 30. I mean, it ain't great, but it's honest work. Oh my god, that feels so good. Oh man. Amongst all of the mistakes, man, we still did it. Oh my god, that feels amazing. That is insane. Yes! There are people with runs 10 minutes ahead of the time that I just achieved right there. So by all means, the time is nothing special, but to me, that's just proof in the pudding that I can do it. Even with the amount of mistakes in this run, I can still get a decent run. That's a speed run. All of those strats, we implemented them, and we got it. We got it. Gassy died. Yeah, let's go. Easily. With simple optimization, especially in Chapter 3, you know, the Montgomery Walkway, we could grind this down to 45 minutes confidently. I could say 45 minutes is absolutely achievable, and also just optimization on some of the skips that we were doing as well. Speedrunning for me is just so incredible, and the emotions that I get when I actually am able to chain all of the skips back to back and complete a full run with a somewhat, you know, respectable time, it feels incredible. This is a method of playing the game that was not initially intended, but it adds an entirely new experience. It almost feels like an official challenge type run. I don't know how I can explain it, but you can tell though I was pretty stoked with the time. There are people who have shaved off 10, 12, 15 minutes, I believe, from the time I got. So by no means is the time I got impressive, but to me, this was my first ever complete run of Ruin, and this gave me the motivation to know I can definitely do this. And that right now is the entirety of the Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach Ruin Out of Bounds speedrun. I assume by the time this video goes out there, most of these skips will already be old news. So that is the beauty of a new game that has these speedrun techniques found. It's an ever-developing part of the experience, and I love seeing people find these new skips and just see the time drop lower and lower for how long it takes to beat Ruin. I would highly recommend you guys attempt to run Ruin yourself. It's a very fun speed game to learn, and I'm ecstatic with the time I got, and there's a high chance I'm going to continually be trying to better my time, and I might just post dedicated speedrun videos once every so often. I think it's safe to say these Out of Bounds ruined Ruin in the best kind of way. I'll see you guys on the next one.